Well, hello there, segregated America.
Oh, Mark. So today we have a very special guest.
And now this young man has overcome a tremendous amount of adversity.
Born in the small town of Kosciuszko, Mississippi, he attended local segregated elementary school and graduated one of the first desegregated high schools.
Wow, is that right? Oh, but wasn't he one of the first 9 to graduate Central High School?
No, actually. He was the only one to actually graduate. After high school, this young man enlisted in the Air Force and served from 1951 to 1960.
Well, would you look at that?
But his accomplishments don't stop there. After the Air Force, he attended Jackson State University for 2 years. During this 2-year period, he had been trying tirelessly to gain acceptance to the University of Mississippi. After many court cases and a lot of controversy, he was the first black man to be accepted to the University of Mississippi.
And now, without further ado, I give you the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. James Meredith. Get him out here.
Woo!
Oh, this is actually where we put the white guests. We should have. Excuse me. We've got this young man a chair. Here we go.
Are you uncomfortable?
Yes, very.
Separate but equal. Anyway, it's a real pleasure to have you on the show with us today.
Thank you. I'm glad I could make it.
Well, you know, you know why you're here. We're just looking to learn a bit about you. We want to let America know what's going on. And I guess a good place to start would be maybe with your goals as a young adult.
Well, growing up, I never expected to be here in this position. My goals for racial desegregation were a lot smaller.
Well, obviously. You have become one of the more influential figures in our time period.
Well, it took a lot for me to get here to college, and that was very hard dealing with racial injustice.
Black person.
Oh my, please get it out of here.
Well, I can't even imagine how hard that must have been for you.
Well, it was hard, but I had to tell myself that these people didn't hate me personally, just the idea of what I was doing.
What were the reactions of your fellow students along with the teachers?
Well, I was not well liked. I was constantly tormented by my peers, and even a few of my teachers looked down upon me for my color.
Ow! Ow! Oh, God.
Any more of those peaceful protests of yours and you're dead.
Okay. Ow, right.
Well, maybe it's because you're black. Do you ever think of that? Huh? You think I really like having you here on the TV show? Because I don't, okay? I don't.
Clean up this
Hi there.
mess.
So as you've just seen on M&K today, I am James Meredith. Here is a quick summary of my life. I was born in Kosciuszko, Mississippi on June 25th, 1933. I am an American civil rights movement figure, a writer, and a political advisor. After attending local segregated schools and graduating high school, I then enlisted in the Air Force. And then I attended Jackson State University. After this, I applied to the University of Mississippi, or Ole Miss. Under states' legally imposed racial segregation, they had been traditionally only accepting whites. Brown versus the Board of Education changed that. I held a march called the March Against Fear. On June 6th, I was shot due to the march. Although I survived, the march was carried out by Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you for watching and understanding my goals, methods, and accomplishments during the civil rights movement.
Fun facts. James Meredith was born in Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
He was the 7th of 13 children.
His father, Moses Meredith, owned an 80-acre farm where he grew cotton, corn, and other various crops.
His father refused to accept the second-class status thrust upon blacks by the white society.
He isolated his family from white society altogether to avoid white domination.
James's launching point for his battle against discrimination began on a train trip home from Chicago at the age of 15. He and his brother were forced into a colored car once entering the Southern Territory.
At age 16, Meredith was sent to live with his aunt and uncle in St. Petersburg, Florida, where the public schools offered a much better education.
A number of factors contributed to Meredith's decision to begin this battle at that time. President John F. Kennedy had just been elected a pro-civil rights platform, and it was widely believed that African Americans accounted for a significant share of Kennedy's slim victory margin.
In June of 1966, Meredith organized the March Against Fear along Route 51 from Memphis, Tennessee to Jackson, Mississippi. The purpose of the march was to encourage black voters to overcome the fear that too often kept them away from the polls. On the second day of the march, Meredith was wounded by scores of shotgun pellets fired by a would-be assassin named James Aubrey Norval, who had waited in ambush along the march route. Many of the pellets have remained in Meredith's body since the attack, a proof of permanent reminder of his growing belief that nonviolent means of charge are fulfilled in a violent society.
In conclusion, James Meredith was a crucial figure in the civil rights movement, and his name will forever be remembered.